Hello, Stitchers. Welcome to Stitch Please, the official podcast of Black Women Stitch, the sewing group where Black Lives Matter. I'm your host, Lisa Woolfork. I'm a fourth-generation sewing enthusiast with more than 20 years of sewing experience. I am looking forward to today's conversation, so sit back, relax, and get ready to get your stitch together. Hey friends, hey, it's Lisa from Black Women Stitch and the Stitch Please podcast. And as I say every other week, this is a very special episode because this episode is bringing us to Belgium. We are talking with none other than Deborah Butera. You might know her as Unraveled Studios. Deborah is a fiber artist extraordinaire. She stitches. She knits, she crochets, she sews. If there is a needle and thread, a needle and hook, Deborah knows how to do it. And you can see a lot of this on her YouTube channel. Welcome, Deborah. Thank you so much for joining us today for the Stitch Please podcast.
Thank you so much for this lovely introduction, Lisa. I'm really excited to be here.
I am just so excited to have you. Deborah, tell us your stitch story. How did stitching come into your life? What was the first craft you practiced in terms of fiber arts?
Yeah. So stitching, I would say before it completely stuck to me, tried to hook me at different points in my life.
Were you running away?
A little bit. I really think I did. Because my mom, when I was, I think around 11, tried to teach me how to knit. Mm-hmm. It was a scarf, one color, and I tried it multiple times, but I gave up multiple times as well on that project. Sewing, kind of the same. I would think I started hand sewing a little bit. Mm-hmm. My aunt gave me, I think it was a back pattern around the same age, and I tried it, but it just couldn't.
11 years old. It didn't stick.
It didn't stick. I didn't get the right, I don't know, motivation to keep going on it, and was doing lots of other things at the same time. And it was more later in life when I went to college. So I finished studying in high school. And after high school, I thought, I am interested in local politics, so I'm going to study that.
Yes.
I went to my uni. That's how I ended up here in Ghent, because I didn't grow up in this city. And I did my first year, and it was a complete disaster.
So politics was not for you.
It was not
your
for
first
me.
year university life.
Yeah, your first year of university life, local politics, it just was not for me. So I kind of reevaluated the way I chose to do that trajectory, because you're 18 years old. You're just, you don't really know what you're doing. It's kind of crazy that you have to decide a major that's supposedly going to be the way of the rest of your life.
That's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure. So I kind of stepped back a little bit and tried to see what really drives me generally as a person. And it really was being creative, even though I kind of always put myself like, no, I'm not a creative person. I just like to be around creative people or help them and help their projects, but it's never me. I realized that that's not true. I was lying to myself, and I should step into it. So
interesting.
That's how I ended up studying fashion technology.
Interesting.
Yes.
That's a big jump. So your first year, you were doing local politics, but then by your second year, you said, you know what? I am not just a creative conduit. Yeah. I am not just someone who helps people along. Yeah. I am someone who enjoys doing this. Yeah. And so you pivoted to do this investment into fashion technology. So how did that shift your college experience?
What was funny with fashion technology is that it's not as creative as it sounds. There's a bigger emphasis on the technology aspect than the fashion aspect, which was in a way good for me because I was still scared to put the foot completely in my creative journey.
Oh, interesting.
But it was good as well because I felt like I could tell my parents and be like, hey, I'm going to do this thing this creative thing, but it's not fully like, woo,
don't worry.
I'm a creative. Yeah, don't worry. I will have a job.
I love this. Can you just tell us a little bit about what is the technology side of fashion technology that gave your parents some comfort to say that, oh, wait, there's technology involved. She will be employable.
Yeah. So not too hard on my parents because they are very open,
very supportive.
And very supportive.
Listen, like, I saw the video. Listen, friends, you can see the video, and there's a whole video on several platforms with Deborah saying, I am blessed to have parents who support my dream. And so they are there being supportive. We are winding back the hands of time to her being 19 and just starting into this part of her dream. So no, not being hard on your parents at all. Not at all. But the technology side of fashion technology is something that might be a bit of a puzzle. Like, what does that mean?
What that means is the aspect of, if I would say, if like 100% of the study of fashion technology, I would say it's like 80 to 90% looking at manufacturing, looking at prototyping, looking at how to make a bill of material, all of the technical aspects of creating a collection, how to grade patterns in different programs, how to work in Illustrator, how to look at different materials and all the tests you have to do in labs to see what is the tensile strength. Like, it's all of those technical aspects of things that are very important in any part of the fashion industry that is not the creative side. That would be the bulk of our lessons. Wow. And then we would have bigger projects that would go over a year where there was a little bit of creativity because you could design it. But it was very, like, the emphasis was put on, this is a nice design, but we need to see the bill of material needs to be done correctly. And all of these technical aspects needs to be good. So when we send you out after you finish the study, you can work in a company and they can expect that you have all these skills that will help them be creative, but you know all of the technical steps to get there.
Yes. Okay, that's great. So it really is about the almost like the infrastructure of the fashion industry. We on the outside see the gowns, we see the you go to Cannes Film Festival and there's these gorgeous gowns, you go to the Met Gala, these amazing gowns. You're able to say, okay, that gown has 100 people that have worked on it between the people that are shipping and making bill of ladles and evaluating tensile strength of materials and things that people who might sew the gown never have to think about because you've already done your job.
Yes. And because we've already decided that, for example, you need 100 pieces of this gown. This is the time it's going to take to make it because we made a whole process flow. Like, it's very much everything behind the fashion, like, fun part. That's all the things that we were learning.
That's fantastic. And so now you've got this technical training, this technical skill. Yes. And how do we get from there to Unraveled Studios? So you go from your fashion technology education, you've got the infrastructure down, you know how to launch a fashion collection, or you know how to help organize for a bunch of different designers to build things they might want to build. How did you then build Unraveled Studios?
Yeah, there is kind of like a big jump in between those two parts of my life. I'll take you guys through it.
Take us through it. Hit us with the highlight.
So the study, me being in college and studying fashion technology, I started out being very motivating, passionate. Yes, this is something new. I'm excited and this is going to be for me. That kind of dwindled down during the years. And I kind of felt a bit lost to why I even decided to do this, because the reality of studying the course of fashion technology, it's kind of like architecture in a way that you have so many tasks you need to finish, so many different projects you need to do, so many different... It was so overwhelming. It felt very overwhelming because I've always been a very busy person. So I was doing school, I was doing some youth work at 2 different places at the same time. I was still living at home. So I had to come here to study, then go back home to do all those other hobbies. It was a lot. I was doing a lot, too much,
Wow.
maybe. But it was, yeah, I was young and, you don't want to give anything up. Yes, energetic. After going through all of that, getting my degree, I was kind of empty. I almost couldn't even look at a sewing machine anymore. It was, it was a lot.
No,
yes,
the fashion technology degree ruined your love of sewing. Machine. This was an unexpected side effect.
I know, but it was, it was a little bit too much for me doing all of the work, because then you start associating sewing to the work you need to do and the deadlines instead of linking it to, I can have an idea and now I have all this knowledge to be able to make me fit properly and do all of all of the knowledge kind of felt linked to only school and focus and stress instead of being like creation and innovation and all those things.
Right.
So after I finished and I got my degree and I was so happy I had it, I told myself I was going to take a little bit of like a break and step back from that world, because it was too much.
You needed a breather, and that's great. And that's okay. And that is okay.
I really did.
And so you took your breather.
I took my breather.
What was a breather? What did the breather look like? Or what was the next step after? Hey friends, it's Lisa from Black Women Stitch and the Stitch Please podcast. Our Patreon community is growing and we'd love to have you in it. We recently updated our membership tiers and now it's easier than ever to support the work of Black Women Stitch while getting exclusive perks just for you. You'll find full-length talks, behind-the-scenes updates, bonus episodes, and access to videos from the podcast and beyond. Your support helps fund the podcast, pay our team, and keep this movement going strong. Every dollar truly makes a difference. So if you've been thinking about joining, now is the perfect time. Black organizations face increasing funding challenges. Community support closes that gap. Head to our Patreon community and choose the tier that feels right for you. And thank you. The breather. Yes. We all understand being overwhelmed and just sick of it.
Yeah, completely.
I need to do something so I can stop being sick of it and find my way back to loving what I loved about it in the first place.
Yes.
How did you get back to the reason you wanted to choose this in the first place?
Yes. It was... I feel like every step is like a crazy journey. But the first step kind of was me post-grad looking for a job. It was just hard to figure out what I wanted to do, because in my mind, I wasn't looking for something that was in the realm of my degree necessarily.
Okay.
Because I also wanted to take a break from just all of the knowledge I just got.
Yes.
Which was a stressful time. And to relax from the stress of looking for a job, I started to learn how to crochet. Wow. That's how I kind of had my moment of, I'm looking for jobs, I'm applying at these different places. It's taking some time and I'm stressed because I need an income. And I don't live with my parents. I live in this different city. So I need to find something quickly. The thing that is bringing me calm and it's helping me breathe is watching YouTube of other people who are making stuff. And me, I'm crocheting, I'm learning different stitches, and like I'm breathing a little bit in this period. Yes. So I'm really thankful for myself to always be like, I need something to feel like I'm still doing something, creating something.
Yes.
To be able to calm myself down a little bit.
Yes.
So that was like my first actual, I would say, foray into the fiber arts world online was me learning that while I was also looking for a job, like my first job.
So you were learning crochet. Did you learn through YouTube?
Yeah, I did.
I really love how you were able to turn back to the stitch as a therapeutic action and an action of self-care. And that you're able to look at YouTube and find almost like a type of digital community in some ways by watching people do this, and you were able to learn to do this. And it just feels like YouTube became a companion on your on your journey. Would you say that that's what happened? And how did that lead to the next step?
100%. Completely. I think I've always kind of been a YouTube person. Some of my friends kind of make fun of me for it because I sometimes get into like really like specific rabbit holes on specific videos. And then they're like, oh, there she is again talking about a super, super specific thing that we never heard about because she watches these long videos. So I've always kind of had this like relationship with YouTube and finding very interesting and very specific things, but finding those fiber artists that were showing their process and everything they were doing. And then realizing that now that I have the time to do it because I'm waiting for an opportunity to happen, I can still use it as something to not only entertain me to look at, but like also me getting some knowledge and some like downtime and also some creativity by trying it myself.
I love that. And now here you are, a YouTuber with a thriving YouTube channel yourself. Can you give us an estimate of how long what is the time frame between you first learning to crochet on YouTube as part of a self-care practice and you deciding to launch your own YouTube channel as part of your studio practice?
Yeah. I think I want to say 3 years.
Wow.
Something like 3 years. And a lot of life events to kind of force me to make that step.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was me doing that was like good until then I got a job, and the job was more like in the retail space, was in my mind, was good to just do something completely different.
Yes.
And I loved my colleagues from there. We were all they always hired the same kind of people. I don't know how they did it, but everyone was like pretty young, and there were people who were like traveling a lot, or people who were like very, like everyone was very interesting and cool. I really liked working with everyone there. But at the same time, sadly, after a few months of working there, I got really sick. I did not know what was going on. My body was kind of betraying me. Also, very side note, I am someone who loves to go to the gym and working out. I am what I would call myself a power lifter. And
oh, wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. Powerlifting is no joke. Hundreds and hundreds of kilos. That is very heavy. Oh my gosh. She can wield a needle and a 400 kilo what? So you are an active person with an active physical life. You are someone who's used to being at the top of health.
Yes.
Being able to have a body that could do what you want to do when it's time to do it. Yes. And then here comes an illness or questions. And you're like, what is happening? What is this?
What is going on? What's happening? I'm super confused. And I think in my mind, I was thinking that maybe it's just stress because I was doing a lot of things. I just graduated, got a new job. Everything is happening. So I was like, maybe I just need a break. I need to go on vacation, with my partner. I think the week on vacation was maybe the worst week to go on vacation because it got even worse. And after coming back, went to the doctor, and the doctor said, you need to go to the, emergency.
Yes, emergency room.
You need to go right now. Oh. And it turns out I had type 1 diabetes. So I have type 1 diabetes.
Oh my, and you had no idea.
I had no idea. I was losing a lot of weight. I was drinking a lot of water. So it was the typical things that happen when you have a crazy high blood sugar and everything in your body is kind of like trying to keep you alive, basically.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And that was a really, really big shock, not only to my body, but to me.
Yes.
Personally.
Yes, I bet it. Well, I'm not going to bet. I'm going to say, did it feel like some kind of a judgment? Did it feel like, oh, I'm working out, I'm doing the healthy, right thing, I'm drinking water, I'm minding my business, I'm working, I'm crocheting? What do you mean this is happening to me? How did this happen?
Yeah. It did two things for me, because in one way I was like, oh, why is this happening to me? But in another way, because it was kind of months and months of me being confused about why my body was being so weird. It was an answer for me.
Yes.
So when I was in the hospital and they were explaining, because your life completely changes when they tell you have type 1 diabetes, I was listening, writing everything down, making sure I was very much, when they told me that, I was like, okay, this is very horrible and annoying, but I need to get on top of this. If this is what I have for the rest of my life, I need to get it together. We need to keep going. I have goals.
Yes, of course.
And
of course.
I was very much, we need to get through this.
Yes.
And we need to start living again, because,
Yes, because life is to be lived. And what I hear when you say that you were sitting with the doctor and you're taking all these notes, it seems like the same drive that led you to success in the fashion technology program, which was much more about data and information and tasks.
Yes.
I could imagine you talking to the doctor and saying, okay, what are my tasks? What are the things I have to do to feel better?
Yeah.
So do you feel as though the way that you think about information helped your approach to living with this new diagnosis?
Yeah, I honestly think that starting powerlifting helped that, because it's a very particular sport. It's kind of like fiber arts. When you start it, it takes over everything. And that really taught me discipline and focus. And you need to go to bed early because you're going to have a training, and you need to eat right because you want to have enough protein to be able to have a good workout. So that kind of made me realize that if I want certain results, which with powerlifting is I want to be strong, so I have to do ABC. I want to be healthy again, so I need to listen to what the doctor is saying so I can go do those things again. And I also applied it to when I was studying, because there was a hard period, and then I decided to start powerlifting. And all the things I learned about powerlifting, I applied at my last year of studying, and that also completely shifted my mind. So I really credit doing that to shift how I think about all the things, all my endeavors. There's a way to get there if you focus on a few things, and that gives you the result that you want to have, basically.
You know what I love about what you've just said, Deborah, is I don't believe anybody has told me that there is a connection between fiber arts and powerlifting. No one has told me that before. So I thank you very much for giving me a parallel for the arts and powerlifting. Hey, y'all, we are having such a great time talking with Deborah Butera. I have really appreciated learning about how her illness led her to crochet, but also to powerlifting. We are going to talk more with Deborah next week about the series for Black History Month and on lifting up Black fiber artists. So come back next time and we can hear more from Deborah, who will help us get our stitch together.
You've been listening to Stitch Please, the official podcast of Black Women Stitch, the sewing group where Black Lives Matter. We appreciate you joining us this week and every week for stories that center Black women, girls, and femmes in sewing. We invite you to join the Black Women Stitch Patreon community with giving levels beginning at $5 a month. Your contributions help us bring the Stitch Please podcast to you every week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support, and come back next week and we'll help you get your stitch together.